I'm at the National Portrait Gallery in London for the last weekend of the Six Lives exhibition on the Queens of Henry VIII. Welcome to 4 Minute Family History.
The exhibition ran from the 20th of June to the 8th of September 2024. We see the names of the 6 women, and they've been given one word to describe each of them. Katherine Howard, Intercessor. Then we come to a room of 6 black and white photographs of the 6 waxworks in Madame Tussauds. And this is Katherine Howard, taken from the miniature by Holbein that may or not be her. This is telling us how the 6 queens were grouped together as illustrations for narrative histories of England, and that for Jane Seymour and Anne of Cleves the task was simple because of the Holbein portraits, but for Anne Boleyn and Katherine Howard they didn't have the portraits, and so there's been a lot of invention for centuries. We come to Katherine Howard now, the queen who doesn't really have an image. Her date of birth, even approximately, is not really known, with ranges going up from 1521 to 1527. The image that has been identified as being her is this Holbein miniature. The jewels she wears and the fact that 2 copies of this survive show this person was a very high status individual. But is it Katherine Howard? I think the debate's going to go on a long time, but it's a striking image. Seeing it large again is so fantastic. The detail, look at the eyelashes, look at the hair, and it's a tiny miniature. Holding 2 rods of office in incredibly sumptuous clothes and a hat, this is Thomas Howard, 3rd Duke of Norfolk. He was the uncle of both Anne Boleyn and Katherine Howard. Historians and fiction writers haven't portrayed him in a good light, but he was a survivor. The Howards continued despite what happened with Anne Boleyn and Katherine Howard. He was thrown in the Tower, his son was executed, but he escaped because Henry VIII died. And the tombs around all of the Howards and the Boleyns are in other videos that I've done and will be coming up. The detail on this portrait is incredible. From the fur to his hands to the chain of office round his neck. Look at the little knight on the horse there. That must be a patron saint, mustn't it? And then we have the face there, the green background. Don't like the green background, to be honest. But look at those eyes. It is so lifelike. Holbein was just able to create things that look like they could step out of the picture. There's a surviving inventory of Katherine Howard's jewels that she had from 1540 to 41, showing how she was trying to give gifts to Henry's daughters, Mary and Elizabeth. Mary was older than her, Elizabeth was not. Very interesting to see what she owned and what she would have touched and had on her and worn. This letter from 1541 from Catherine to Thomas Culpepper was one of the things that sealed her fate and led to her execution and death. It's always incredible when we think that someone we know about and have studied and are familiar with, that the pen they held in their hand touched the paper to leave us what we're reading today. Catherine signs off with yours as long as life endures. Thomas Cranmer, Archbishop of Canterbury, was the executor of Anne Boleyn's father, Thomas Boleyn, but it was he who wrote to Henry to tell him what had been discovered about Katherine Howard's past and her present. Catherine was executed in February 1542. 4 Minute Family History is about all aspects of genealogy and family history, so do subscribe if you want to follow these stories and others if you enjoy finding out about the past.